Hello and welcome to PPA 305 American Public Policy, where policy comes alive. We are joined here today by Dixie and Emmy. They are Lhasa Sioux mixes, Shih Tzu Lhasa Apso mixes, and they're very sweet and they're very happy to meet you. Can you say hi, Dixie and Emmy? Hello, how y'all doing? Yes. So they are here today to say howdy, and they just had their baths. It's Sunday night, and they just wanted to say hi to everybody. So I said, okay, say hello. All right, bye-bye. Good girl. Okay, so we have an exciting week this week. It is time to get into the policy budgeting process. We have a lot of material to cover this week, but it takes us into the final stage of the policy making process. We've gone from assessment to development to deciding if it's worth being put into place as a policy, which is called legitimation, and then we've gone into the other part of the process, which last week was implementation. And now we're going into the final piece of the pie, which is funding. Whether or not that policy is going to have any money and how much money allocated to it. So that is where the rubber meets the road in policy. The worst thing that can happen is to go through all of this fund process and have your policy all with a nice tidy bow ready to be implemented, but it gets zero funded. That means that there's no money allocated to it, therefore it cannot be implemented, and it doesn't do all the good that you hoped that it would. So here is the opportunity this week to look into that process, how funds are allocated. The federal budgeting process is extremely complex. We have a system in our federal government where we can always run at a deficit. The budget doesn't always have to balance. It seems to be a platform that many candidates this year are running on, that we are going to have a balanced budget, but it never really seems to happen. There's always a lot of promises that go on about that. But in this case, we are running with about an $18 trillion debt in the United States right now, and growing daily. Some project that by 2020 it will be up to 20 trillion. That's a lot of dollars that we owe. Some lawmakers say we need to increase revenues by increasing taxes, and other people say no, we need to not increase taxes whatsoever. We need to decrease taxes so businesses can run and not be drowned out and suffocated. So you see there's a lot of active sides that go into the policy making process regarding budgeting. There's a lot of various opinions, and there are, as we'll see, a lot of complicated factors that go into creating the federal budget, from the agency level to the local level, how all that money follows and funnels down through to implementation. Of course, you can have a program that's funded, but it doesn't actually do what it's supposed to be doing. So that is always a possibility where just because something's funded doesn't mean that it will continue either. So we're in an opportunity here to explore all these fun things, and I hope that everybody has a great week, and I hope you enjoyed meeting my puppies. And just one final reminder, paper topics are due this week, and that is Saturday by 11 p.m. October 3rd. Paper topics are going to be due. I'll speak on that a little bit right now. So basically, there is a document that is in the Getting Started pages in your beginning module. And so that getting started paper explanation has a detailed outline for how the paper needs to be written. And basically, the first task, which is this week, is to select a topic. Some of you have already contacted me about bouncing some paper topics off me of what you think you might want to do. That's perfectly fine. Feel free to text me, call me, email me. We can set up a time to discuss if you'd like. Just let me know. The important thing is that first you keep it somewhat specific. It's really easy to pick a great big old topic like saying, I really want to write about defense policy, and then you could write volumes and volumes and volumes on defense policy. So what about defense policy? Second, the topic needs to be framed in terms of a question. So it's basically a research question that you're trying to answer. So for example, how does renewable energy policy in 2016 affect gasoline prices currently? There's going to be some stuff out there on that, and there are going to be academic journal articles that you can find on that. It's not, you may think, well, wow, that's pretty specific, but really there's a wealth of information on that because oil and gas industry is such a huge deal, and there's just a ton of information out there that you can tap into. So don't be worried about getting a little bit too specific. That's not really going to happen. So anyway, I know you got a whole module to take on, and some great times to be had. So feel free to move along to that. I'll let you go, and thanks very much.